multiple inheritance. In this multiple inheritance, what is going to be happen here? Okay, so multiple inheritance means we have the multiple super classes and only one base class. Sorry, derived class. Okay, multiple super classes or base class. We have only one derived class. Okay, see here A and B are the super class and it's derived the C class. Okay, so we have derived is a C class. Then by using the C class objects means a derived class object, we can call to the A and B. Okay, super class को हम call कर सकते हैं, हमने इनहेरिट किया है. Publicly we have derived. Okay, publicly derived. This example you have seen. Now what will be happen if there is a one same function? ओके, ए में भी सेम फंक्शन है, बी में भी सेम फंक्शन है और सी क्लास में भी सेम फंक्शन है. सो देन दिस इज द एम्बिग्यूटी. ओके, सो जब हम लिखेंगे ऑब्जेक्ट डॉट सी डॉट ए, सो वेयर टू कॉल. ओके, वेयर टू कॉल, तो बिकॉज हम यहाँ पे लिखेंगे शो. ओके, तो सभी क्लास में एक ही फंक्शन है जिसका नाम है शो, राइट. सो वेयर टू कॉल. ओके, so ये कॉल कहाँ पे जाएंगे, that is the question, that is what we can say, that is ambiguity. So how we can solve this problem now? Okay, so how we can solve this problem? So see here this ambiguity in the multiple inheritance. So let us see first here the theoretical portion. I am going to copy paste from here. Okay, so yes, so just I am going to copy paste here. Okay, it's a 41. Can I continue this or you can make a separate? Okay, I will make the separate document or file. Okay, save as. So D42. Okay, next class D42 class. Okay, so yes, I am copy and paste here. So ambiguity in the multiple inheritance. So it's a continue part. Okay, it's a continue part for this multiple inheritance example. Okay, so we see the diagram for this multiple inheritance. Okay, see we can, I have already sent the diagram also. Okay, C++ 8 p.m. and notes, we can see here the multiple inheritance. Okay, see the multiple super classes are there. See B1, B2, B3 and Bn are the base classes and only one derived class, right? So what will be happen if there is a one function show common function in the all this base class. So अब डिराइव क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करके शो नाम को कॉल करेंगे तो किसको कॉल जाएगा, बी1 को जाएगा, बी2 को जाएगा, कहाँ पे जाएगा. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाट एम्बिग्यूटी वी आर गोइंग टू सी हियर. So how to resolve and solve it? Okay, see the some theoretical portion. Okay, so the most obvious problem with the multiple inheritance occur during the function overriding. So what is in the function overriding? There are the two concepts, function overloading and function overriding. Okay, function overriding means same function name, same return type and same argument. It's a function overriding. Okay, function overloading means same function name with a different parameter. अब different parameter रहेंगे तो as a run time पता चलेगा कि किसको फ़ोन कॉल करना है, सॉरी किसको कॉल करना है. ओके, मतलब कौन से क्लास के फंक्शन को कॉल करना है, बिकॉज इट्स हैविंग द ऐड फंक्शन हैविंग द इंटीजर ए कॉमा इंटीजर बी एंड इन द बी class we have the function that is a add function is there also, and there is a float a and float b and you are passing the argument in the main, that is a 3.5 comma 2.5, so it will definitely that is called the float add function of with a float argument, उनको कॉल जाएगा. Okay, it's a function overloading. But what happen when the function overriding? So the return type is same, function name is same, arguments are same in other classes also. Then we created the object in the main class, so where it to call, कहाँ पे कॉल जाएगा, that is the questions. Okay, so that is a problem, it's the most obvious problem in the multiple inheritance that is occur during the function overriding. Suppose the two base classes have the same function which not overriding in the derived class. Okay, if you try to call this function using the object of derived class, compiler shows error. It's because of compiler doesn't know which function to call. Okay, see the one example. So we have the one base class 1. Okay, see the example, base class 1, and we are created here this publicly one function, some functions. Okay, I am writing the definition of something functions are here, and the class base 2. Okay, we have the class base 2, right? Class name base 2. Okay, then okay, we are going to create a public or private net, no issue at all. Then here we are publicly derived. Okay, what class are we are going to derive? A derived class. Okay, what is the name of that derived class? Is the derived class. So derived class is derived from the publicly a comma publicly base 2. Matlab base 1 and base 2. Okay, base 1 and base 2 are the two super classes where inheriting publicly is the derived class. Matlab बेस वन और बेस टू से डिराइव क्लास डिराइव किया. Okay, but it's having the same function. Some function is the same function in the both. So when we come to the main function and we are going to create the object of the main class, sorry, derived class. When we are going to create an object of the derived class, so when we are calling the same function, so it is gives an error. Okay, because this function is present in the both class. Okay, so compiler doesn't know which function is going to be called, right? So practically we are going to show this. Okay, practically we are going to see this, don't worry. So then this problem, okay, first of all I am going to show you the one problem, means program, so that we can clarify. Okay, it's a 78 program, so we can write here 70, what is that, 79.cpp. Okay, 79.cpp. So let us save as this program. Okay, 79.79. Okay, yes. So take here as example, multiple example ambiguity. Okay, problem. Okay, so ambiguity means problem. So see here, when we are creating the A class, there is a function that is known as show. Okay, so we have this function that is known as also the show. Okay, then A and B, that is C is derived from A and B, and we are going to write there is also the function is called as show. Okay, and now we are come to the main class and we are creating the object of C and we are calling this show. Okay, now see where I'm going to remove this thing. Okay, so now it gives an error where to call. Okay, show is available A and B, both function may show available hai. Okay, so just find first what is it showing. hmm. Actually by default it can be show uh, derived class. Okay, actually it will be shows, yes, right, it is actually show the derived class. Okay, द फर्स्ट कॉल हमेशा डिराइड क्लास में जाता है. ओके, देखो, शो डिराइड यहाँ पे जाएगा. ठीक है, डिराइड क्लास में ही जाएगा. राइट, सो व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू हियर, जस्ट आई एम गोइंग टू रिमूव दिस थिंग. ओके, नाउ सी, बिकॉज वी हैव रिटन इन द डिराइड क्लास ना, बाय डिफॉल्ट वो डिराइड क्लास में जाता है. हाँ, सबसे पहले डिराइड क्लास में. नाउ सी हियर, now it is gives an error, right? Because you are not written anything in the derived class, right? Derived class में हमने show लिखा ही नहीं है. ठीक है, मैंने हटा दिया यहाँ से. So it will gives an error. Now see, it is gives an error. Okay, तो समझ में नहीं आएगा. Ambiguous, you can find here this line. What is that? Show request is ambiguous. Okay, see here error. Have you observed? Okay, see this error that shows ambiguous. Okay, okay, ambiguous. Right, okay, that is a problem. So how we can resolve it? See here, note the candidate or void b scope resolution operator and show. So how we can write void? Okay, see here, yes, so what is happening here? Okay, see here, so we can use here Note a double colon means scope resolution operator show. Okay, show is ambiguous. Okay, we can use this like this way. Okay, void scope resolution operator this. So this problem can be solved. Okay, how we can solve this problem? See here, this problem can be solved right by using this. Okay, yes, it's the ambiguity that is gives an error. Right. See here. So this problem can be solved. Okay, how we can write here in the main function? By using the scope resolution operator. Okay, so object 1 dot base 1 use a scope resolution operator and function 1. Okay, some function. So that is what it is going to be called proper way. Okay, proper way से call जाएगा. Right, example number. Now see this example. Okay, example. Okay, see the example also practical. Okay, example for this. So program number 79. It's a program number 79. See here, program number 79. Okay, so it gives an error. Yes, definitely it gives an error. So it can be solved by using this syntax. What is the syntax? See here, object 1 dot base 1 scope resolution operator. We use here the scope resolution operator. What is the syntax? Object dot. Okay, so what is the object? OBC dot, then call this show. Okay, show. It's not responding. Oh my god. I had to wait some time. Okay, now it's clear. Okay, see here, then I am writing here object c dot show. Okay, it's ambiguous now. Okay, so I want to call this function for the a class. Okay, for the a class. So how we can write object dot, what is the class name? It's a class name, then scope resolution operator show. So where it is called now? कहाँ पे कॉल जाएगा अभी? ए क्लास के शो फंक्शन को कॉल जाएगा. ओके, ए क्लास के शो फंक्शन को यहाँ से कॉल जाएगा अभी. इट्स एम्बिग्यूअस. ओके, दैट इज शो इज एम्बिग्यूअस. इट्स शोइंग दिस एरर. ओके, you can find this error. I am copying and here going to paste also. Okay, oh my god, it's giving so much. Okay, so request for this show is ambiguous. Okay, yes, I am going to remove this string now. Okay, request for, yes. So by using this, by using the scope resolution operator, we can call. So it is called to a class show function. Okay, it's called to a class show function. So we will get the output of this is class A. Okay, this ambiguity problem is solved by using this. Okay, so just comment this right. Okay, now see here. See, this is class A. Where to call? क्लास ए को कॉल गया. ओके, सो अभी मान लो कि दो डिराइव क्लास है इसमें. दो, सॉरी, दो सुपर क्लास है और बेस क्लास है. उसमें से हम एक क्लास डिराइव कर रहे हैं. दोनों क्लास में सेम फंक्शन है. हमेशा हम क्या करते हैं, डिराइव क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करते हैं और सुपर क्लास के बेस क्लास के फंक्शन को कॉल करते हैं. और दोनों भी सुपर क्लास में सेम फंक्शन है. सेम मतलब फंक्शन ओवरराइडिंग हो रही होंगी. सेम रिटर्न टाइम, सेम फंक्शन नेम, सेम पैरामीटर्स. तो कॉल कैसे करेंगे? तो उसमें एरर आएगा हमेशा. अगर ऐसे शो नाम का फंक्शन है तो किसको कॉल जाएगा पता ही नहीं चलेगा ना, ए को कॉल गया कि बी को कॉल गया. तो डैट इज एम्बिग्यूअस. तो उस टाइम पे हमको क्या करना चाहिए? उस टाइम पे अगर हमको ए को कॉल करना है तो वी कैन यूज दिस स्कोप रिजोल्यूशन ऑपरेटर. हमको बी कॉल करना है, देन यू कैन यूज द स्कोप रिजोल्यूशन ऑपरेटर. ओके, दिस द प्रॉब्लम इज गोइंग टू बी सॉल्व यूजिंग दिस. ओके, दिस प्रॉब्लम कैन बी सॉल्व यूजिंग द स्कोप रिजोल्यूशन ऑपरेटर फंक्शन to specify the class name and function name. Okay, so yes, again I want to call the function which is available in the class B. Okay, so use here object C scope resolution operator this. Okay, if you return the show function inside a C class. Okay, so by using this it is automatically called this, guys. Okay, this is the class C. By default it is go to the derived class because it's a show function. First of all यहाँ पे जाएगा C में जाएगा वो. हाँ, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वो सी में ही जाएगा, राइट। हमने लेकिन हमने क्या किया, हमने रिमूव कर दिया वहाँ से, ठीक है, हमने वहाँ से रिमूव कर दिया। ओके, हमने वहाँ से रिमूव कर चुके हैं, हाँ। सो अगर आपको सी फंक्शन को कॉल करना है, सो वी कैन राइट हियर, पहले ऑब्जेक्ट ऐसे, फिर बाद में हम, ठीक है, इफ़ यू वांट टू राइट डोंट, नो प्रॉब्लम, यू कैन आल्सो राइट। ओके, बट हम इसको लास्ट में कॉल करेंगे, नहीं तो पहला सीधा कॉल सी में चला जाएगा। ओके, आप कॉलिंग कैसे कर रहे हो उसके ऊपर डिपेंड है, राइट। दिस इज द क्लास सी। Okay, but I have not called this class C. Okay, I have not called. So I will give the output class A and class B. Class A, after that class B, we are getting this output right now. Okay, class A and class B. See here, this is class A and class B. Super classes को class call कर दिए. Now call this and you can put here copy paste. So that you will get this output. This is class C now. Okay, so we'll get this output, that is what, this is class C, so make it as a public first, it's not a public. Okay, make it as a public, yes. Now can see the class A, class B, class C, everything will be shown now. Okay, yes. So it is clear. Right. It's output. Okay, so try yourself. Okay, practice is very important. ठीक है, बाकी कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, लेकिन कोडिंग, डेटाबेस, ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, डेटा स्ट्रक्चर, ये सारी इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट है, इसी के ऊपर इंटरव्यू में क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, ठीक है। तो इनको पढ़ाई ऐसा करो कि मार्क्स ज़्यादा मिलना चाहिए, इसके लिए मत पढ़ाई करो। कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर होना चाहिए, प्रैक्टिकल ओरिएंटेड, इसके लिए पढ़ाई करो, मार्क्स ऑटोमेटिक आपके बढ़ जाएंगे, ठीक है। सो कोविड के वजह से वही प्रॉब्लम हो रहे हैं स्टूडेंट के, मार्क्स ज़्यादा मिल रहे हैं लेकिन कंपनी में जॉब नहीं लग सकता है, ऐसे हो रहा है। सो प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज ज़्यादा ट्राई करो आप, इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ कि आप प्रैक्टिस करो, प्रैक्टिस प्रैक्टिस प्रैक्टिस, डू ऑलवेज प्रैक्टिस। सो इतना नोट्स है आपके पास, प्रो एग्जीक्यूटिबल प्रोग्राम भी है, नोट्स भी, एवरीथिंग आर देयर, सो यू हैव टू जस्ट राइट डाउन योर नोटबुक, everything you need to write down your notebook, or at the time of writing your notebook you have to do the practice. Okay, next next types of inheritance is hybrid inheritance. Okay, hybrid inheritance, so this is the next inheritance. Okay, hybrid inheritance. Yes, fourth inheritance is what, hybrid inheritance. Okay, so okay, hybrid inheritance. So we know already the diagram for this hybrid inheritance. एक से ज़्यादा से एक, और हाइब्रिड मतलब दो, और मल्टी इनहेरिटेंस अटैच करते हैं तो इसको हम इनहेरिटेंस, हाइब्रिड इनहेरिटेंस कहते हैं। सो इनहेरिटेंस इन विच द डेरिवेशन ऑफ वन क्लास इन्वॉल्व्स द मोर देन वन फॉर्म्स of any inheritance, that is called the hybrid inheritance. Okay, or you can simply say the combination of the two and more types of inheritance, that is known as hybrid inheritance. It is also called a multi-part inheritance. Okay, so just take the screenshot of this diagram first, that is very important. Okay, so this is the diagram for this hybrid inheritance. Save as this picture. Hybrid inheritance, C++ classes. Okay, 8 p.m. and notes here also I'm going to upload. So hybrid inhe inheritance. Okay, hybrid inheritance, ठीक है। Mm, so can see here, find a diagram. Okay, find a diagram for hybrid inheritance. Okay, when the two or more inheritance are joined together और combine करते हैं तो उसको हम बोलते हैं कि it's a hybrid inheritance. Okay, so you can find this diagram here, no problem. Okay, so diagram is also I am uploading. Okay, so see here, one class is derived, B class is derived from this A. Okay, and from B and C, that is derived D class. Okay, so this is one inheritance. We can say this is a single inheritance. Okay, this is a single inheritance, and this is what multiple inheritance. See, two super classes and one subclass. Okay, दो क्लास से एक क्लास डिराइड हो गया है. ओके, ए से ये डिराइड हो गया है, उनसे ये डिराइड हो गया है. यू कैन से द हाइब्रिड इनहेरिटेंस व्हेन द टू टाइप. ओके, ये सिंगल इनहेरिटेंस है, राइट. ओके, इट्स अ सिंगल इनहेरिटेंस. यू कैन से इट्स अ multiple inheritance. Okay, it's a multiple inheritance. It's a multiple inheritance. It's a single inheritance, right? Okay, clear. Two more inheritance are joined together, combined together. Okay, basically C++ hybrid inheritance combination of these two types of inheritance. It is also known as multi-path inheritance. Okay, clear. Next theoretical portion again. Okay, so as per this diagram we are going to create this hierarchy. Okay, how we can write the syntax for implementing the hybrid inheritance example. Okay, next theoretical portion I am going to copy paste here. Okay, so we can write here the above block diagram means figure. Okay, diagram, ये वाली diagram, ठीक है, hybrid inheritance की. This above diagram means this diagram, you can screenshot, no problem. Okay, this diagram, the hybrid combination of single inheritance and multiple inheritance. As I told you, it's a combination of single inheritance as well as multiple inheritance. So hybrid inheritance is used in the situation where we need to apply more than one inheritance in the program. Okay, when we use this hybrid inheritance, आपको एक से ज़्यादा inheritance यूज़ करना है, उस टाइम पे हम यूज़ कर सकते हैं. Okay, one single program we can use the one or more type of inheritance, so we can use go for the hybrid inheritance. Next, as in this other inheritance, the based on this visibility mode that is used for access specifier used for access specifier. Okay, so visibility mode used for the access specifier and use while deriving the properties of the base class are derived. Okay, सो एज अ अदर इनहेरिटेंस, जैसे हम दूसरे इनहेरिटेंस देखते हैं कि जब भी हम डेरिवेशन करते हैं तो उसके प्रॉपर्टीज़ भी विजिबिलिटी मोड के हिसाब से और एक्सेस स्पेसिफायर के हिसाब से हम डिराइव करते हैं. ओके, सो द सेम प्रॉपर्टीज आर फॉलोइंग द हाइब्रिड इनहेरिटेंस आल्सो. आप कैसे डिराइव कर रहे हो, पब्लिकली कर रहे हो, प्राइवेटली कर रहे हो, दैट द सेम कंडीशन विल बी फॉलोज हियर. ओके, पब्लिकली इनहेरिट कर रहे हो, प्राइवेटली कर रहे हो, कैसे कर रहे हो. पब्लिकली, सबसे पहली बात, प्राइवेटली जो डेटा मेंबर रहते हैं सुपर क्लास के वो तो डिराइड होते ही नहीं है. ओके, सो अगर आपका डेटा मेंबर पब्लिक और प्राइवेट है और आप उसको पब्लिकली डिराइड करना चाहते हो तो प्राइवेट तो होते नहीं है, पब्लिक पब्लिक रहेंगे, प्रोटेक्टेड प्रोटेक्टेड रहेंगे. अगर आप उसको प्राइवेटली डिराइड करना चाहते हो तो पब्लिक और प्रोटेक्टेड गेट प्राइवेट इन अ डिराइड क्लास. अगर आप प्रोटेक्टेडली डिराइड करना चाहते हो तो पब्लिक और प्राइवेट, पब्लिक और प्रोटेक्टेड गेट प्रोटेक्टेड, वो प्रोटेक्टेड बनेंगे प्रोटेक्टेडली डिराइड करना चाहते हो तो. ओके, so access specifier can be private, protected and public, we know already. Okay, now Next, see the one syntax. Okay, can see the syntax also. Okay, how we can implement this hierarchy? Okay, as per this diagram we are implementing this hierarchy. Okay, so what is this diagram? You can see here. First of all, how we can write this syntax? See here, the class A is a separate thing. Okay, class A is a separate, so we can write the class A, no problem. Complete this class A. Okay, the body of the class, then we can complete by using the semicolon. Okay, complete this class A. Then we have the class B. The class B is derived from what? Class A. So consider it's a publicly derivation. So how we can write the syntax for the class B? Class B colon public A. Okay, and now class C is a separate class. Okay, so no problem. Class C you can write definition for the separate class, and class D is derived from the B and C. Then how can write class D colon public B comma public public C. Okay, so this is what a syntax for this. Okay, see the same syntax public A. Okay, so this syntax I am going to copy paste. Right. Okay, as per this diagram, how we can write this syntax, how we can implement the syntax for the hierarchy, sorry, hybrid inheritance. Okay, so it's possible inheritance in C++. Okay, see the syntax. So the class A, nothing combination. Okay, so we can write the body of the class. Okay, and complete here. Okay, complete the class, semicolon. Then class B is derived from the class A. Okay, see the diagram. Class B is derived from the class A. Okay, see the class B is derived from the class A. So we written here the class B is derived publicly derived. Okay, class A. Then definition or body of the class B. Then okay, then class C. Okay, so class C is a separate class. It's not derived from the any class. It's a totally separate class. Okay, now the class D. See here the class D. Class D is derived from the B and C. How can write? It's a multiple inheritance. Okay, it's a single inheritance. It's a single inheritance. It's a multiple inheritance. How we can write then? Class D colon publicly derived करना चाहते हो या privately? Okay, so we go for the publicly derived. So public B comma public C is the name of classes that is derived from B and C. It's a D class. Okay, and now okay, so as shown in this block diagram or figure, so B is a derived from class A, which is a single inheritance. Okay, B is derived from the class A. B is derived from the class A. It's a single inheritance. And then the class D is inherited from B and C. Okay, C. Class D is inherited from B and C. D class B और C से derived हुआ है. So it's a multiple inheritance. Okay, which is a multiple inheritance, right? So the single inheritance and multiple inheritance jointly result as a hybrid inheritance. Okay, so it's become a example of hybrid inheritance. Okay, is it clear? So in the tomorrow class, in the morning class, we are going to see the executable example for this hybrid inheritance. Okay, executable example for this hybrid inheritance on the tomorrow we are going to see. Right, up to this, is it clear? For this inheritance are very important concept as per the any programming language, any oops programming language, Java, PHP, everything. Okay, Python etc. The oops concept must be clear. सबके फीचर्स थोड़े अलग रहते हैं बट उप्स कॉन्सेप्ट जो है वो ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग है, उस कॉन्सेप्ट हमेशा क्लियर होने चाहिए. ओके, so yes, so we are going to stop here. I am uploading these notes. Okay, today's notes I am going to upload here, so you can access, download, note down in your notebook and do the practice well, so we'll get the good result. Okay, C पूरा क्लियर होना चाहिए. C जावा पूरा, oops concept everything. So in scenes, okay, daily notes I am uploading here. Today's notes day 42, I think. Classes C++, 6 notes, and what is that today's class? D42 is the today's class. Okay, D42 plus hybrid inheritance, I think. Okay, so diagram for this hybrid inheritance. And what was the today's program? 78. Okay, what is that? 79. No program is taken today. 79. Okay, yes, taken. One program is taken only. Okay, only one program is taken, no problem. So it's a ambiguous in multiple inheritance program. 79. Okay, yes, right. Okay, see you guys. Good night, take care. So tomorrow we are going to see in the morning. Okay, bye.